Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's workshop. So today we're going to make some basic accessories for the rooming house bathroom. Now, dolls, this was the lid from my filter for my water and ice maker for my refrigerator. It looked like a waste can to me. So I painted it this minty green that's called succulent. It reminded me of those towels that I made for the bathroom with the brown ribbon. After coating it with a thin coat of gesso, I painted it inside and out. The gesso makes it easier to paint so that the paint will stick. And I also painted this little coffee creamer. It looked like a waste can as well. Now here, dolls, I'm going to show you a simple way to make a plunger. I rolled out a little piece of clay in kind of a terracotta color. Now you can make your plunger whatever color you want to make it. When I was growing up, they were either black or terracotta. I cut a little round ball in half and used both of the halves, and then rolled out a teeny bead at the top. And after patting it around and shaping it, I put the little bead on top of the half circle, and then used a round dowel to press through the little circle all the way through to the half circle. And there you go, a simple polymer clay plunger for your bathroom. Now, while I was waiting for the other things to dry, I baked my plungers. Always follow the baking instructions on your packaging for your particular polymer clay. So after the little waste can was dry, I decided to use that same ribbon that I had used on the towels, the decorative towels for the rooming house bathroom. Now, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check out the playlist for the towels, the slippers, and the towel racks. Now I'm just adding the ribbon to the top edge and just gently wrapping it all the way around. And I'm actually using my Fabric Fusion. Yes, I'm using the Fabric Fusion on this little plastic container, but I was gluing fabric to it, so it worked well. I felt like the little basket needed a little something more, so I made a tiny bow to glue on top of the ribbon. Now I trimmed it with my scissors to make it look nice and neat, and just snipped it. And after snipping the little corners and straightening it out, I added a little more glue and glued it to the basket. Now, although I'm not a fan of matchy-matchy, but I thought that would look cute in the bathroom with the decorative tiles. I really like the little basket, but I just feel like something else is missing. Not sure what it is yet. So after making the terracotta plungers, I decided I did need a black one. So I used the exact same process that I used for the terracotta colored plungers, but I used black clay this time. Now be aware, dolls, the weather is a little bit warmer right now, so I used a little ice to firm the clay up so it'd be a little bit easier when I split it in half. And here's my small bead that I'm going to put on top after I split it. And take your time splitting it in half. And I only used one half, the larger one. And I shaped it on the tile that I was going to bake it on. And after shaping it, I just added the little bead to the top. I didn't mention it with the first plunger, but make sure you pull the stick out and add glue after it's baked. And there we go, two lovely plungers, one for the kitchen and one for the bathroom. Now, dolls, although we did make toilet paper rolls the same day I made the toilet paper roll holder, I do want to show you a way to make multiple rolls of toilet paper quicker. Again, the technique is exactly the same as if you were using a toothpick, but you're using a long, thin dowel, and you roll a larger piece of brown paper bag around the dowel, making sure not to get the glue on the stick. And after you've allowed it to dry and you're sure that it's not stuck to the stick, you can either use toilet paper, actual toilet paper, or you can use tissue paper, which is what I'm using in this video. I had some leftover packing tissue from something I received, and so I flattened it out, smoothed it, and began to wind it really tight around the brown paper bag on the stick. Make sure you're pulling it taut so that it'll be tight, and add more glue if you need to as you go around to keep it really firm and close. Because remember, dolls, you'll never unravel this again. And after you've completed it, you look at it to determine if it's the thickness you want, and then you just begin to cut your rolls. Now, dolls, if you're not using a super sharp pair of scissors, your rolls may flatten a little bit, so you'll have to reshape them. But that's fine. My scissors weren't sharp, but they worked out anyway. I neatened them up and trimmed off any excess, and then set them aside. I'm really pleased at the way they turned out. Now make sure you trim them so they're all the same size. And now your dolls have plenty of paper so they don't run out. Now, dolls, I've previewed a view of my hair curlers in more than one video. The video for the perfume bottles and for the towel racks, but I never showed you how to make them. They're actually the tiny springs that are on hook earrings. Just cut them off with regular wire cutters and lay them around anywhere the ladies may be getting dressed. They're the perfect bathroom or dresser accessory. So here are my plungers and toilet paper. And I finally realized what was missing with my wastebasket. It needed a liner. When I was a little girl, my mother never allowed us to put trash in containers without a liner. I used a small piece of paper bag. So, dolls, I didn't know exactly how I was going to do this. This is one of those moments where I want to encourage you to play. Took a piece of the brown paper and tucked it in and looked at it from different angles, trying to determine which way it would look the best. Sometimes you don't know exactly what you're going to do, but after you play a while, it comes to you. So after playing for a while, I realized that the brown paper needed to be taller, and I cut a larger piece and tucked it in and trimmed it after I got it to the desired height. Always remember that imagination blossoms in the midst of play. So I traced the shape of the wastebasket onto a piece of the brown paper bag so I could cut it out and glue it to the inside. And after tracing it, I cut out the little piece and glued it to the inside of the wastebasket to make the liner look complete. Dolls, this is just an extra detail that I've added to my waste can. Your waste can would be absolutely fine without the liner, but for me, in my house, it looks more natural to have a liner. So this is just a little extra detail that I've added to give realism that's familiar to me. Now my little green waste can is ready for the rooming house bathroom. Almost. I also made a little liner for that coffee creamer trash can. I painted it copper. I think it'll look nice in one of the rooming house bedrooms. So now, dolls, all we need is a little trash. What would a waste can be without trash? So I just took some of the leftover tissue paper that I used to make the actual rolls of toilet paper and just crumpled it up into little balls and tucked it into the little waste cans. I think that adds a really nice detail. Now, dolls, maybe no one will ever look in the waste can, but if they do, they're going to find some trash. Now, someone may say these type of details aren't necessary, but they're fun little details like finding clothes in a closet or clothes in a drawer or keys on a hook. So dolls, take the time to imagine and add sneaky little surprises, unexpected treasures and details inside your dollhouse or miniature scene. Maybe no one will ever look, but maybe they will. Either way, all the fun is in the details. You don't want to have house, 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 furniture, 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 and no details. So don't rush. Take the time to create and imagine. So here we are, 2 trash cans with a nice amount of trash. So today we've made plungers and we've made toilet paper rolls, 2 waste baskets with liners. And we've even added trash to the waste cans. So let's go try these things out in the rooming house dollhouse bathroom. So here we are in the bathroom. And you see the towels and how nicely they coordinate with the little waste can with the liner. I'm really tickled about how that turned out. And I decided to use the black plunger for the sink. And if you look really close in the back next to the toilet, you can see the other plunger. I really like the way everything looks. And there are my towels and extra toilet paper. I love that things don't match, but they coordinate. I'm really happy about how the bathroom has turned out. If you haven't seen the other earlier videos to this series, definitely check out my playlist. It sure has been a pleasure making this video for you dolls today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Little Gretchen's Workshop. Bye-bye now, dolls.